Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Self-Portrait 14 here with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Prime 1st Edition TERRORCON CLIFFJUMPER. Just taking a quick look at the box here, you can see obviously the standard 1st Edition packaging with the nice Cliffjumper picture up here, nice and zombified. Turn to the side, simply includes display stand. Other side, 1st Edition Series 005 TERRORCON CLIFFJUMPER, bunch of nonsense on the bottom. And on the back, we see the obvious intermediate level 2, product shot, couple co-sellers, and the Transformers Prime lineup. Nothing special, no bio, no tech specs, none of that stuff. So, there you have it. So I'm just going to skip straight forward to getting this guy out of the box. And now that we've got TERRORCON CLIFFJUMPER out of his package, it's time to take a look at his vehicle mode. You can see he's a very nice looking muscle car. It looks very cool. He's got the horns in the front, which are just a soft rubber, it's okay by me. You see some nice little paintwork here for some dark energon damage on the hood here and on the side. You've also got up here on the roof. This is actually not paint. The paint is the red because this whole thing is, all these plastic pieces are all this translucent purple. So this is just an opening in that red paint. See, he rolls pretty well. He does have quite a few panel lines though, which is a little unfortunate. But he is a pretty nice vehicle mode overall. He's got the one Autobot logo up here. My bad. Can't speak apparently. None over here though. Here you just have the little raised portion of plastic where there's a little shield. And then the back, just all silver. Front silver with some translucent purple headlights. And that's about it. So, let's get this guy transformed. So to start, you want to come down here and open up these side panels and just separate them out on both sides. And then you want to rotate them down, just like that. Not like going straight down to the legs, which are those same side panels. You want to take this here and kind of spread it out like so on both of them. Just like that. Take these black pieces here, rotate them out, put the purple flap in, and my bad. And rotate this whole thing in and make sure it tabs right in. Just like so. Fold that in, take out the foot, rotate, and tab. And there you have his feet. That's it. Now you're going to take this little piece right here and just rotate that out. Take this whole upper part, rotate that about. And now you're going to take the top parts here and split them and just bring them out like that. And then you got to just rotate these all down. This is going to be the shoulders. And actually, I'm going to take this and rotate it out like that. And then you want to rotate it down. This is the way I do it. And you can obviously do it in a different order if you like. Take the bumper part here, slide that up. Slide that up. There's your shoulders. And straighten out the elbow areas there. And close. Straighten, close, rotate, all that good stuff. Alright, so now you got the arms, you got the legs, and you got what you can see is the torso there. Next up, you want to take this piece right here, and you see how it's got that tab there? You want to use that to split the chest pieces, which were the hood. Split that right down the middle. Bring the head up. And now we're going to work on this piece here. So you want to take these little flaps here, or these little pieces, I guess, and rotate them in. Then you're going to take the whole front part and carefully rotate that up. And I say carefully because a lot of people have reported that this plastic up here is very brittle, and I can feel it. It feels kind of like it might someday break, which kind of scares me. So, just giving you a heads up. You want to take these two pieces here and kind of rotate them forward a bit for what you're going to do next. So you just want to kind of rotate those forward, get those already up in the front. And then you're going to take this tab here and tab it into the back of where his head sits. Right up there. Just tab that right in. Now we're going to turn them back around. And one thing I've noticed a lot of people don't do is these pieces here, you see them in the reviews, this is all flopping around and whatnot. Well, it doesn't have to do that. And they complain about, the chest not staying spread and everything. Because in here you have these black pieces, which I don't know how well you can see them. see if there we go. There's these black pieces there that are shaped to go directly over this and hold this in place. So I'm going to bring it up, spread the chest, and then just simply slide them over. And they do a really good job of holding his chest open, just like that. So that's nifty. And here you have TERRORCON CLIFFJUMPER in robot mode. Simple as that. So, as we can see, he looks very cool. He's got all of his Dark Energon markings there. He's got the one on the back. He's got nice little butt horns. So that's nice. Still got some more Dark Energon stuff there. So really pretty kibble free, except for obviously the butt horns and the shoulders. I'm not too fond of them. They just look like big blocks with plastic stuff hanging off. So, I mean, I wish they could find, I guess, a happy medium between these shoulders and the RID version. I feel like that would be where it needs to be, but this isn't too bad. Now, in terms of differences between this and the first edition mold, there really aren't any other than the Dark Energon markings and the new molded head, which I will give you a nice little close-up there. And you see, it's a pretty nice looking head. Very, battle damaged and all that. And see if I can maybe get a nice focus there. You see one horn, the other one is broken off. He's got some light piping, and some dark purple light piping, which doesn't really work too well. I've tried shining a light behind it, and it doesn't really shine through too well, just because it's such a small light piping area. As for posability, his shoulders will go up and down, as they did in Transformation. And also you have a ball joint right here, but I don't know if you can see it, there's actually a stress mark there on the cup surrounding the ball, because it's so tight. Like, it's a really tight ball joint. So just something for you to be aware of, and just, yeah, there's another one over here, there's another stress mark there because of how tight this is, which is pretty surprising considering how much this mold has been used. This mold has been used like, I think 4 times now, something like that. You also have upper arm swivel, or rotation. You got a double hinged elbow, which gets you a very nice range of movement. The hands will rotate for you. The head is on a ball joint, which is kind of limited due to his neck. So you'll be getting side to side movement like that. His waist does have rotation, but because of the way this all locks in, that blocks it all off. We saw that in Transformation, that it did rotate, but because of how this all holds together, it's just not there anymore. Ball joints at the hips, some knee bend, and foot articulation. For some reason that popped out. And there's a little foot articulation, there's a little ball joint in here. So overall you can get a really nice range of movement there. Now then, as for gimmicks, you've got over here, you just take his arm piece and you open that up again, and oh, look at that. What's that? That's a gun. Flip that out. Oh, you gotta straighten out the hand. My bad. Acting like an idiot, and there you go. There we go. You got his nice little tri-barrel blaster, and that is so cool. That is so show accurate and awesome, and I really, really like that. He has one on both arms, so he's got one here and on his other arm, which is really cool. So I'll leave that there. Another gimmick, if you were to undo this and this back here, you can see the way his, or I don't know if you can see it, but the way his torso rotates is about this joint right here, which is one of those, I guess, kind of mushroom cap joints. And you can actually just slide that off, and now all of a sudden you've got half a Cliffjumper, because Megatron decided to slice him up. So that's pretty cool. You can set him up in some cool little zombie poses where he's just been sliced up and he's still trying to go out and get you or find his legs. So that's really pretty neat. I like that. Now you can see he is about the same size as the RID Hotshot, which is of course the standard Bumblebee mode. And well, that works out for me, because it is, even though it is a first edition figure, which they are in general larger than their RID counterparts, Cliffjumper, which is of course first edition mold, is actually a smaller character than most. So he is supposed to have that squat, bulky, little bruiser type of body, which I think he does, and I think this figure exemplifies that very nicely. And actually the RID version is even smaller than this. So let's get this guy out of here. and focus back on Cliffjumper. Overall, I think this is a very nice figure. You can get him at Toys R Us. Basically, that's it, unless you go online and decide to pick him up there. I think he's a very cool figure. I think he's very nice for your collection, even though I think that if you can find online for a reasonable price the standard first edition Cliffjumper, I say go for that. But this guy is very cool, and I really like him. And the one big issue a lot of people complain about with this mold is that he is hollow. So inside here, I don't know how you can see it, he is very hollow. And normally that does bug me. But with this figure, it doesn't so much because of this translucent purple plastic, which really does a great job of covering that up and not letting you see and notice that he's hollow. So I really like that. As for quality control issues, on that same plastic there, you've got a little red smudge there, here and there and whatnot. So it's not perfect, which is unfortunate. But overall, I do like this guy. And if you don't feel like spending ridiculous online people prices, then I suggest picking this guy up if you're looking for a version of this mold. Now, in terms of current retail, you have the options of either this guy or your GDO version, which is the same standard first edition mold of Cliffjumper, but with a more classics version head stuck on there, which is kind of iffy. I've seen it. It looks kind of cool, I guess, if you have it in person, but through pictures, you're not going to get a good sense of it, so I suggest watching the video on it in order to see if it's something you like. And it kind of straddles the line of whether you want it for a classics collection or a prime collection. So if you're looking to build a prime collection, I suggest going with this guy. So this has been Self-Portrait 14 here, and I'd just like to give you a heads up on something that's coming up. If you like my channel, please like, subscribe, which you can do so by clicking the button up here somewhere. There's a button up there. Go click it, please. Hit subscribe because your support drives this channel. And then also next to that, there's a button that says Self-Portrait 14. If you click that, that'll take you to my channel where you can also check out more videos that I've got. And I have plenty of cool stuff coming up. I've got Masterpiece, I've got some more Transformers Prime, some Bruticus. So there you go. That's just some of the stuff that I've got coming up. So this has been Self-Portrait 14 here saying have a nice day.